Look at what life is like on the inside of an outbreak. What's being done to stop it? ABC's Ian Panel has been in the region and has this in-depth report.
Wuhan, China, a sprawling city of 11 million, bigger than New York or London. Testimony to China's rise as an economic superpower. Wuhan's a major transport hub known as China's thoroughfare, and the city where the potentially deadly coronavirus outbreak began. December last year, it was in this fish market where the first major cluster of cases was reported. Medical officials are still uncertain where the virus came from, but today the site and the city are under strict quarantine. One single location setting off an international alarm.
We begin tonight with the growing concern as the toll from that deadly coronavirus now grows, spreading from Wuhan, China, and tonight that first case here in the U.S.
As the highly contagious virus known as 2019 nCoV spread, Chinese officials who'd been slow to respond finally began taking extraordinary measures that only an authoritarian regime can do, quarantining tens of millions of its own citizens. In the early days, Bob Woodruff flew to Wuhan, nearly everyone on the flight wearing face masks.
So since I got off the plane here in Wuhan, we've had no screening. They haven't been looking for testing any temperatures, anything.
Flights were still leaving the city then, but that soon stopped as the unprecedented lockdown began, beginning with flights. The airport empty, train stations a ghost town. The streets of this once bustling city of Wuhan almost totally deserted. Some taking matters into their own hands, literally walling themselves off from the outside world, and temperature checkpoints now a common sight across Asia. More than 50 million people barred from leaving Hubei province alone, but the virus still spread. Now every province and territory in the world's most populous country has cases. In less than 2 months, more than 24 countries affected, from Australia to Cambodia to France and the United States.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Jim S. Charlotte back at you with another quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Before we get started, we want to say, Kal Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. All right, double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Double salutation to all you Akim out there laboring. The house of David that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
All right, and we back at you with another quick lesson through the Holy Spirit, man. And the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, is amplifying the plagues and the pestilence in the earth. All right. According to the scriptures, the Lord said that he's coming to punish the world, man. All right. So this is what you're seeing being displayed in the earth right now, man. So while all of these things are happening all at the same time and happening quickly, the majority of our people are under a mass distraction, you see, because this word, this gospel is for you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics. But you have no clue what's going on, all right? We were talking about how, you know, brothers bringing out the lesson about the bread and circus, man. You know what I'm saying? Because people are totally going within the ways of this world and not realizing that they're being distracted from prophecy, man. Okay, they're being distracted from pretty much their destruction taking place, man.
That's right.
You know, so we're going to get into that, Lord willing, this lesson be edifying, man. But we got this definition here, mass distraction. All right, but the definition, it says weapons of mass distraction. It says a slang term for a thing, television, and or event. It said the Super Bowl, you know, and that's spiritual because that just passed literally a few days ago.
Yep.
You know, and that had the whole world distracted from these prophecies taking place, man.
Kind.
You know,
and all of these events, you know, like the Super Bowl, you know, the NBA Finals,
impeachment,
all these different things. Whenever all this is taking place, there's always something that's going on behind the scenes that is swept under the rug because nobody's thinking about that, you know.
Yep.
Whether it's, you know, a document that's being signed and passed or whatever, man, or
some,
you know,
law being enacted.
Yeah, so there's always something that Esau has to have these things like this come to pass, man. Because you look at the Kobe Bryant dying, man. That was a distraction, man.
Mass distraction. Yeah.
That had everybody in their own little world for pretty much that whole week, man. You know, well, that's all you heard about, man.
Right, and then you had the impeachment with Trump, and that pretty much was the main headlines over the news for weeks. So you had so many things going on behind the scenes that kept people, you know, distracted from. But it says, you know, reading the definition, it says a slang term for a thing, television, and or event, the Super Bowl, that distracts the masses from thinking about important issues, man.
Yeah.
You know, and look what prophecy is taking place, man. Look at the anger of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. You know.
But you people not gonna realize that if you go into the Super Bowl one real quick, just to show you that that was created for an example of the bread and circuses, man. And this is off of opennews.com, where it says the Super Bowl bread and circus for a rotting America. You know, which is this is true, man, because hey, America is finished, man. You know, and that's why he has to go and push these things, man, and promote these things to keep you people lost, man, because you not knowing that, because they said this year, I think this is the highest rated Super Bowl, or highest viewed Super Bowl in like 4, 5, 6 years or whatever. You know, so that's showing you that hey, they're doing everything they can to try to bring this place back, man. But going into that paragraph, it's like go back.
No, you good, man, because this is part of the this is all part of that that mass distraction, man. You know, bread and circus, the Super Bowl, like we were going into, man. Kobe Bryant, impeachment with Donald Trump. You know, all of that was to keep people blinded from the prophecies, to keep people, away from the prophecies. You know.
And he's gonna get an excerpt out of this paragraph where it says, "What is promoted right here? Use right there. Under the Star Spangled Banner, it'll start with that next
okay,
sentence.
right here. Yep.
It says, "What is promoted as a sports championship game is in all actuality a more often than not bad football game stuffed, chunked, and wedged in between $1 million commercials that have become as integral as the event itself. The build-up goes on for two solid weeks in the run-up to our American mechanical, and it is typically the most watched television program of the year, therefore making it the premier vehicle to reach its largest marketing audience." All right, and it says the Super Bowl has come to be the perfect representation of America and all of its current overindulgence, apathy, and decadence.
Yep.
You know, which is showing you that they push that, you know, this great event to try to show you like, yo, this is what America is about, man. You know, it's about, you know, freedom and all this fun, all that BS, man. Not knowing that, yo, it's all different types of hell taking place, man.
Right.
You know,
as you see it being displayed, man. Let me grab the scripture. All right, because part of that mass distraction is that the world is in gross darkness, man. All right, we're going to pull this out real quick. It's Isaiah chapter 60, verse 2. And it reads, it says, behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. All right, so I want to touch on this word darkness here, man. All right, because this is a key point. You know? So it says that word for darkness, it says darkness, obscurity. But here it says darkness figuratively, misery, destruction, death, ignorance, sorrow, and wickedness, man. All right, so that's basically what represents darkness, man. All right, because you people are in ignorance, man. That's right. And you're about to be in sorrow, and you're about to see death, man, and misery, man. These are all of the things that, basically, these are all the judgments that Yahweh Shemel Shai has bestowed upon this planet Earth, man.
Hey,
right?
It's been written so that we know what's going on. So when these things happen, we're not gonna bug out, man. You know. If I get a precept real quick.
Yeah, you got it.
This is Deuteronomy. I'm sorry, not Deuteronomy. Isaiah 46:10. It says, declaring the end from the beginning.
Yep.
And from ancient times the things that are not yet done.
Yep.
Saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
Yep. Declaring the end from the beginning, man. All right. So this what you're seeing that's going on in the earth has been declared since the beginning, man.
That's
all right. We're coming into to the end of an age, man. All right, the end of Esau's age, man.
That's right.
You know, and all these heathen, all right, are receiving their judgment, man.
That's right.
Okay, just giving, bringing out these articles in the spirit. All right, this is from CNBC to add on, but it says top WHO, which is a World Health Organization. It says top World Health Organization official warns world may be dangerously, quote, dangerously unprepared for next pandemic as coronavirus outbreak spreads, man. You see, so that goes back once again to that gross darkness, man.
Yeah.
People are dangerously, like you said, dangerously unprepared for this virus, man. This thing is about to spread. This is all part of the pestilence and the judgment of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Matter of fact, go ahead.
Yeah, I can get a quick one real quick.
Go ahead, you got it.
2 Peter's 3:3. For knowing first that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts, which we see in the day, you niggas is pretty much ignoring the prophets giving you this warning, man.
Yep.
And saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. Right, man. Niggas pretty much been able to keep going about their everyday lives, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't caught that pure hell that the Bible speaks about, and you ain't seeing it coming, man, because you've been ignoring all the signs. Verse 5, for they were willingly ignorant of that by the word of Yahweh, and the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water, and in the water, whereby the world that was being overflown with water perished. Right. So here it is, like, you know what I'm saying, just using that as an example, we see the world's being overflowed with water, man. The plagues that Yahweh Shem Yahushua said he was going to put on this place, man. And it's being overflown, and we giving you that warning, hey, come on into the ark, which is coming back to the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's right. But people continuously ignore us, man.
God, that's a good point.
So you're going to perish just like back then.
Yep. They said they were willingly ignorant. Let me pull this real quick. This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 6, and it reads, it says, "An end is come, the end is come, it watcheth for thee, behold, it is come," man. All right, so the Lord is basically saying, the Lord has basically put this in your face, man. Okay, you can clearly see that this is the beginning of the end, man.
Right.
All right.
And Esau knows that himself, man, because just going back to the article, it said the people are grossly unprepared, right?
Right.
Now this is off of a show on Netflix called Explained, and it's an episode that talks about the next pandemic. And this is Bill Gates speaking on that.
With the pandemic is we don't know when it will come. And so it's very easy to put off to another day.
It really takes an extraordinary act of political will to say, yes, right now, things don't look that bad, but we're going to send funding to public health anyway because we know that someday it will be bad.
SARS showed how far and fast a virus can travel in our modern world.
SARS went around the world in weeks. It's entirely possible that the next will go around the world in days. That's far faster than we could ever catch up.
Which means, if we want to stop the next pandemic...
Which, you know, it's talking about the coronavirus now, but can you type in SARS on Google?
Gotcha.
Because this is all Esau, you know, trying to, you know, hit you with this misdirection and all his play on words or whatnot, man. You know, you just put in SARS.
Gotcha.
But this is what we're seeing is the just to give you like the example, yeah, on the side over here.
Gotcha.
When you go into what SARS is, it says SARS is a severe acute respiratory syndrome, and it reads a contagious and sometimes fatal respiratory illness caused by a coronavirus. You know, so this coronavirus that's going around, man, this is nothing but SARS, man. You know, and so Esau has been putting this out, you know, in your face for years, man. Because all you gotta do is go on the back of your Lysol wipes, and it has the coronavirus as one of the things that Lysol is supposed to kill, man. You know, so everybody, you know, is making jokes about, you know, all them Chinese people over there, you know, they getting sick and shit, not knowing that, hey, the coronavirus is over here in the Americas now, man. You know, so you people don't understand the situation that y'all are in, man, because the Lord is bringing these plagues upon the whole world, man. It's not just gonna stay in China, man. Right. Because just like how that clip said that SARS spread within weeks, this coronavirus is already within, I think, like 15 countries already, and it's just growing by the day, man.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. We're gonna get into that too. Just finishing this off. Ezekiel 7, chapter 7, verse 6. And end is come, the end is come. It watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. It says, the morning is come unto thee, O thou dwellest in the land. The time is come. The day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountains. All right, so we see that the day of trouble is near, man. All right, the Lord warned us of the plagues and pestilence that was going to come upon the world, man. All right. Verse 8, it says, now will I surely pour out my fury upon thee and accomplish my anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense thee for all thy abominations, man. All right, so as we keep reiterating that this is the judgment that's coming upon the nations, man. All right? Let me grab this real quick, man, because we were just bringing out the articles just for edification's sake. But Matter of fact, let me grab this scripture real quick. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, and I'm going to start at verse 1, and it reads, it says, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon, in Asia." All right, so we know that Babylon is referring to America, man. All right, but it said Asia as well, man. So you have all those different countries on that continent of Asia, man, which is China is part of that, man. And as we were going into that, these plagues are spreading all across the world, man.
Yep.
All right, it says, "Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria," all right, which is spiritual too, because these plagues are taking hold of the so-called Middle East, man. All right, you know, which we have it here in this article right here. All right, it says 360 billion locusts and growing, a plague of biblical proportions is destroying crops across the Middle East and Africa, man. All right, so the Lord is not a liar, man. You know, let me grab this scripture, man. Continue to read on. I'll come back to this article. All right. But it says, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia, woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria." It said, "Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children. Be sorry, for your destruction is at hand," man. All right. So this is the beginning stages of that, man. You know, this is the time where you're supposed to be in a spirit of lamentation, man, of sorrow, man, because this is what the Lord said He was bringing upon the planet Earth. All right.
Precept.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Ezekiel 2:9. It says, "And when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein." And the book's talking about these scriptures, man. It says, "And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mournings and woe."
Yep.
You know, so the scriptures prophesied about these different things. You know, that was going to happen upon the earth, man, because the Lord is angry with the whole world, man, because the whole world lies in wickedness, man. You know, so He's bringing judgment upon everybody, man. You know, to where when you go into Revelation 12:12, He said, "Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea." So the Lord is bringing judgment not only to the people, but He's bringing it to the land, the animals, to everything, man, because everything is defiled in wickedness, man. You know?
Hey, the scriptures prophesied the doomsday, man. Yeah. Hey, we are the doomsday prophets, man. You know, that's part of the message, man. Matter of fact, real quick, I'll pull that out. All right, Jeremiah 28:8. Yep. And then I'll read that article. It's rolling the spirit. All right. Jeremiah 28:8, and it reads, it says, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence," man. You see that?
Disease, man. You know, that's the doom. But Baba Kashad, can you go to the etymon online and look up what doom means? Because that we really are the doomsday prophets, man. You know, because when you go into what the word doom means in the etymology, it'll let you know that everything that we've been saying sums up what that word means.
Doom or doomsday?
Doom, just doom. And it should be the noun version.
Gotcha.
It says, from Middle English doom or Old English dom, it says a law, a statute, a decree, administration of justice, judgment, justice, equity, righteousness.
Yep.
You know? So we are the doomsday prophet, man, because we're letting you know that Yahweh Shemel Shai is bringing doom, which is justice and judgment, man. You know? All the you know, righteous payback for the nation of Israel, man. You know, so all this is for the controversy of Zion, man. That's
right. That's right.
Because all you nations have had a part in our downfall, man.
That's right. I'm reading this real quick again. 2nd Ezra chapter 16. All right, verse 1 again. "Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children, be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?" You see? Right. So, as we go into all the time, man, the destruction, the plagues, all of these things are inevitable, man. Right. All right? There ain't no turning back prophecy, man.
Right. There's no vaccines that you can make to make these plagues go away, man. You know? There's no peace treaties that's going to happen. None of these things that you people are trying to use as reasons to why these things not gonna happen is going to make the word of Yahweh Shema Shai, void, man.
God, that's right. That's good. Read this article real quick. 360 billion locusts growing a plague of biblical proportions is destroying crops across the Middle East and Africa, this is going to lead to a worldwide famine, man.
That's right.
All right. But it says we are witnessing in East Africa and across much of the Middle East right now. It's hard to believe. 360 billion locusts are eating everything in sight, and UN officials are warning that the plague of quote biblical proportions could get many times worse over the next several months, which you was just saying. Okay? Desert locusts can travel up to 93 miles a day, and each adult can consume the equivalent of his own weight in food every 24 hours.
Damn.
These voracious little creatures are traveling absolutely colossal swarms that are up to 40 miles wide, and they continue to push into new areas.
Because there's actual videos that people are taking over there, man, and those swarms are so thick that you can't even see out of them, man. So when they're trying to drive through it, man, they end up hitting other cars or running into something, man, because they can't see.
So you've seen that Yahweh Shema Shai is plaguing, Egypt like he did before, man. But he's plaguing the world. And this is a long article. You brothers can read it. Just wanted to bring out that point. But let me grab that scripture in
15?
2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter.
Really, the point is in 11, but you can actually start from the top, though.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's right. All right, 2nd Ezra chapter 15.
I'll read it.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
2nd Ezra 15:1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord."
Right. So, like we were saying earlier, man, hey, the men of Yahweh Shema Shai are the true doomsday prophets, man. What we break it down to you is prophecy, man. Go ahead.
"And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true."
Right, which is these scriptures, man. The word of Yahweh Shema Shai is faithful and true, man. Always.
That's why the scriptures tell you was Isaiah 34:16, that none shall want her mate, because the Bible is the only source that you have out of all these books in the world that's telling you exactly what's taking place now, man. It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee."
So it don't matter if you don't believe, man. That's like we say, that's irrelevant, man. For what is some to not believe? Is that going to change? Is that going to make the Lord's prophecies null and void, man? So it don't matter if you don't believe, man. You just going to be destroyed, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
"For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness."
Straight to the point, man.
"Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the earth, the sword, famine, death, and destruction."
Right. So this is what's happening in the world right now, man.
That's right.
The sword, famine, death, and destruction, man. All right. As we were bringing out these articles, man, you got locusts destroying crops by biblical proportions, man. Which is going to lead to major famine in these different lands around the world, man.
And then, like we said earlier, you got the coronavirus that's sweeping the nations. Which has got countries in worldwide panic to where, the World Health Organization had to come out and they pretty much tried to slam America, talking about their fear mongering the rest of the world because they're falsifying the numbers of the death toll, when actuality they're not even telling you. The numbers they're telling you is nowhere near the amount. So China is really, trying to make America look stupider than it already is. But that shows they're all in cahoots, because it's all going to be that one world order, man.
Yep. People got to die. Jumping back.
It says, "For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled."
Right. So now it's time for the Lord to work, man. All right, he said, "For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth," man. So this is why the Lord is sending forth all his judgments, man. That's why as we were saying, the Lord is amplifying his judgments that are written in these scriptures upon the earth, man. All right, what you're seeing is just the beginning stages, man. All right, the Lord is about to start killing people by the multi-millions, billions, man.
Hey, the videos that you're seeing over there in Wuhan, China, that's nothing compared to what the Lord's about to bring, man. Because it's videos of these cops, man. What the brother mentioned earlier, is no coincidence that this happened over there in the midst of all them riots that was taking place against the police or whatever. So now you got the police over there walking around armed with automatic guns, man. And they're pretty much shooting dead anybody that's not wearing a mask over there for fear that they're gonna help pass that virus on, man.
Yep.
You know, and so you got people literally dropping dead in the street, man. There was one video where a dude was sitting at the bus stop or a train station, and he threw up puddles of blood and just dropped dead, man, on the spot. You know, so where they having to just move bodies out and burn them so that this doesn't spread. So this is a worldwide fear that we're seeing, man.
This is a serious deal, man.
And only in America where people are taking this as a joke, man, thinking that this shit's not gonna come over here, man.
God, but hey, the scripture, we're gonna get into that. Read that real quick, because all of this all these tragedies, all these things you're seeing going on the earth is gonna come here, man.
That's right.
All right? Go ahead, Doc.
Isaiah 24:8. The mirth of tabrets ceases. The noise of them that rejoiceth endeth. The joy of the harp ceases.
Right, and that's happening now, man. All the rejoicing, all the mirth in America, all of that stuff is ended, man. The Lord is taking all the fun away out of this place, man.
Yeah.
All right?
It says, they shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
Mm-hmm.
The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may have come in.
Right, so, and the Lord is spiritually breaking America down, man.
Yep.
The city of confusion is America, man. Babal.
And that's the spirit. Verse 9, you know, said that these people are going to drink wine. It says they shall not drink wine with a song, and strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it, because hey, these people know that this place is fucked up. So
right,
they're going to more and more extremes to be in that inebriated state to where they don't have to deal with reality.
That's why it's an opioid crisis.
Yeah, that's the exact reason why it's an opioid crisis, because they don't want to deal with the reality, man.
Yep.
You know, this is verse 11. It says, there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
You see that? And there's going to be a crying for wine in the streets when all hell is breaking loose, man.
Right.
People are going to want to know what the hell is going on. They're going to want to know answers. They're going to know why, you know, they can't buy groceries. You know, why they can't get the cures for the sicknesses and all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's about to be serious times out here, man.
Yeah. Hey, there's no joy left here, man. You know, we were speaking about the Super Bowl thing, man. But in all actuality, man, all these events like that are whack, man. You know, that's why they're having to do all these extra stuff to try to promote that better circus, man. Because it's not working. You know, people are waking up more and more to the fact that hey, the world is in a state of disarray, man.
Right, yeah, the world is ended, man.
Yeah,
you know, their world is ended. Right. Read down to verse 12.
Yep, it says in the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction.
Right, and that's the end result, man. All right, that this place is going to be totally smitten with destruction. You know, so as we were going into these articles, man, all right, all these things are happening all at once, man. All right, and it's happening quickly, man. This is the true judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
Okay.
You know, like the Lord warned us. Matter of fact, let's get this too. You know, I want to bring this out real quick because really it's all about them that are able to see, man, spiritually, that can receive this. You know, read down for me out.
Matthew 13:9.
Con.
Who have ears to hear, let him hear.
That's right.
And the disciples came and said unto them, why speakest unto them in parables?
Mm-hmm.
He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
Right, and that's going back to the point we made earlier. That's why the majority of our people are under mass distraction, man.
Right.
You know, because the understanding of these scriptures wasn't given to 2/3 of Jake, man. You know, keep reading out.
Verse 12. For whosoever have to him, whosoever have to him shall be given, and have more abundance. But whosoever have not, from him shall be taken away, even that he has.
Finish out 13.
Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they not seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand.
Right, so Jake, all right, 2/3 of our people ain't gonna get it, man. All right, that's why the elect are only going to be able to obtain this, man. You know, let me grab this real quick, man. Just make a quick point. We'll wrap it up.
I say I got a couple precepts.
Got a couple of precepts. All right, read this for me, Salakia. Ezekiel.
Ecclesiastes.
Oh, Salakia. Ezekiel 3:17, if I'm not mistaken. Yep.
Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me.
Right, so that's what the Lord set us up to do, man. All right, He made us watchmen unto the house of Israel. All right, and He said, give them warning from me, man. All right, so we were set up to give you Jake's warning about these things that we're explaining to you, man. All right, that you get your spirit and your soul right with the Lord, man, or you're gonna be destroyed, man. Okay, read verse 18 for me. Read down to 19, Uncle Sean.
When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
Right, so when it's going into the wicked, it's talking about the wicked of our people, man. All right, you Israelites, not the wicked pertaining to Esau. All right, so but if we don't warn them, as the scriptures say, the blood is going to be upon our hands, man. That's why, hey, week in and week out, we got to give you these warnings, man. Like the brother down in Atlanta, Itazawan, man. You know, we're those spiritual weathermen, man. You know, keep reading out.
Ezekiel 3:19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity. But thou hast delivered thy soul.
Right, so meaning that, hey, we gave you the warning, you didn't listen, all right? But, hey, you died, but, hey, that's on you.
Hey, so be it.
That's it. You know? What you got,
huh? You go back to 2nd Ezra 15.
Con.
We stop at
verse 6.
Con. Can you read down to 11?
Con.
Jump down to 11 or read down?
Just read down.
Okay, Con.
For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
Right, so the Lord is bringing all these different plagues and pestilences upon the earth, you know, to revenge, you know, the innocent and righteous blood. We're just talking about the elect, man, because hey, we're being killed, you know, all the day long, man. You know, whether it's not actually physically, which some of us are being killed physically, you know, because it's talking about the whole nation of Israel, but mainly the elect, man. You know, but the world is being plagued, is being judged by these judgments because of the wickedness that they commit, man. But mainly, we was talking about these Moabites, man, getting hit with this coronavirus, man, because hey, they're doing all types of abominations, man. You know, eating all these abominable foods, man. You know, and they're, you know, sending their bullshit over here to America, man. You know, so they're aiding and abetting Esau with the entrapment and the destruction of Jake, man. Keep going.
Verse 9. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
Right, so we're being avenged now, man. Go ahead.
Verse 10. Behold, my people led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land therefore.
So it said he was going to smite Egypt with plagues as before. Showing to you that America is that new Egypt, man. Okay.
But like you said earlier, he's bringing it to the whole world now. Because you can you put that locust up, the locust thing up again? Because that's one of the plagues from Egypt right there, man. The Lord plagued Egypt with the locust, man. You know, famine. That's another form of the Egyptian plagues, man. You know, so all these different things are taking place to all these heathen, man. Because all you heathen, you know, have had a part in our downfall, man.
Aiding in Israel's destruction.
Right.
You know.
And so can you get Deuteronomy 30:7?
Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
And so all these curses we're seeing get taken off of us and brought on our enemies, man. Which, when you read Psalms 83, it tells you who our enemies are, which are all the other nations outside the nation of Israel.
That's
man.
right.
Because they all conspired with one consent to destroy us, man. You know, and continually destroy us, man. You know, that's why they're everywhere within Jake neighborhoods, you know, helping further our oppression, man.
Add on to that real quick. Deuteronomy 7 and 15, I believe. Yep, that's the spirit. Deuteronomy 7 and 15. And the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai will take away all these Salakia, and the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee.
Heavy.
You see that?
That's heavy.
And when you read Psalms 83 and Psalms chapter 2, all these nations conspired to destroy Israel, man. So the Lord is putting these plagues and these diseases upon all of us, all of them that hate us, man. Which is essentially these nations, man.
Yep.
You know, that's why we just read in what, 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, it said, woe be unto Babylon, Asia, Egypt, and Syria, man.
Kind.
You see that?
Another example to show you how all these nations had us, you know, in their grip. Can you get 1 Maccabees 2 and 10?
Kind.
Because no nation on this earth, no heathen nation is exempt. Because all y'all are doing anything to try to help us get out this oppression. You're furthering it, man. You know? This is 1 Maccabees 2 and 10. It says, for what nation have not had a part in her kingdom and God of her spoils?
Yep.
All right, who hasn't whooped our ass, man? You know,
Right.
like you said, you quoted Psalms 83, Psalms 2. All these nations, they're guilty, man.
Kind.
And so, with you touching the apple of the Most High's eye, man, you ain't think something's gonna happen to you, man. All right.
Kind.
Hey, over there, them Hamites over there, they've been getting messed up ever since we kicked them out their land, man. And so if they didn't get no exception, what makes you think y'all not gonna get no exceptions, man?
Kind. That's why the scripture said the anger of the Lord is upon all nations, man.
All nations, man, because all y'all are destroying us, man.
Kind.
You know, and you think that you're gonna get next, man. You know, so this is proof that you're not gonna get next, man.
Kind. Crazy. You got anything you want to add in there, bro?
Kind of Jeremiah 25 and 14.
I got you. Jeremiah 25:14. For many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of them also, and I will recompense them according to their deeds and according to the works of their own hands.
Right, man. That's what you're seeing right now, man. You seen the Lord bring back the works. He's judging these nations the same way He's been judging us this whole time. This whole time we've been getting our ass whoops. Now he bringing that judgment upon these other nations. Keep going.
It says, for thus saith the Lord of Israel unto me, take the wine cup of this fury at my hand, and cause all the nations to whom I send thee to drink it.
There you go.
Man. Hey, that's plain as day. He said, take this fury that I got in this cup, and I'm gonna cause all nations to drink it, man.
Yep.
That mean nobody's exempt, man.
Hey,
you know what
everybody
so,
taking shots.
right. Shots after shots, man.
Right.
It says, and they shall drink and be moved and be mad because of the sword that I will send among them.
Yep.
Hey, plain as day, man.
Hey,
Famine, pestilence, disease, you know, death.
Hey, these heathens are they're going crazy, man, because they don't understand that this is the Lord's judgment on them, man. You know?
Yep.
Keep going.
It says, then took I the cup at the Lord's hand and made all nations to drink, unto whom the Lord has sent me.
Right. And that's pretty much, man, spread across this whole earth, man. Jump down to 27.
Okay. Jeremiah 25:27. Therefore thou shalt say unto them, thus said the Lord of hosts, the power of Israel, drink ye and be drunken, and spew and fall and rise no more, because of the sword which I send among you.
Right, man. That's pretty much the Lord saying, hey, he's sending you down, man. He's taking you down with these plagues. And if you read up, you know what I'm saying, those just going into all the nations that had Jake in slavery, like the brother was going into earlier, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So the Lord, He's putting those plagues off of us, and He's starting to put them on you other nations. Read 28, and that's it.
Yep, it says, and it shall be, if they refuse to take the cup at thine hand to drink, then shalt thou say unto them, thus saith the Lord of hosts, ye shall certainly drink.
Right, man. Hey, so you ain't got no choice but to drink this shit, man. So these plagues that the Lord is unleashing between the locusts, man, and these diseases that's popping up, man. Hey, you ain't gonna be able to defeat them, man. You gonna have to wear that, man. You know what I'm saying? Jake said you got to hold that L, man. You know what I'm saying? You gonna certainly drink of it, man.
Because the scripture we read in 2nd Ezra said, hey, the sword is sent among you, who shall turn it back, man.
Yep.
Hey, once the Lord sends out the hit, there's no calling it back unless He calls it back, which He's not going to, because He's bound by His word.
That's right. That's right. And then with this scripture right here, unless you got anything else.
I don't know. Well, I got one.
All right, this is Isaiah 14 and 27. And it reads, it says, for the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai of hosts have proposed or have purposed, who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out, who shall turn it back? You know?
That's perfect. Precept is the land back off that. Job 19 and 29. We get into with that. That's like an alley-oop for that.
God.
This is Job 19:29. Be ye afraid of the sword, for wrath bring up the punishments of the sword, that ye may know there is a judgment.
Yep, that's it, man. So that's hey, this is the wrath of Yahweh Sheba Shah, man. It said bring punishments of the sword. All right, we know that sword is various judgments, man.
Yep.
It could be plague, pestilence, actual war,
famine.
You know, it says that you may know that there is a judgment, man. So the world is beginning to understand that this is the judgment of Yahweh Shema Shah, man.
Because this is Yahweh Shema Shah implementing putting that fear back into the earth, man. Because these nations forgot about Yahweh Shema Shah. Because at one time, back in the ancient world, they knew and feared the Lord, man. You know, they call him Allah Shadra, man, because they knew, hey, and the power of the Israelites, man, he don't play, man. You know, and he kills without even thinking about it, man. You know,
indiscriminately,
man. You know, so they feared him, man. They knew that, hey, when the Israelites came around, hey, don't fuck with them, man. Their power will destroy us, man. You know, but you know, since they got us and destroyed us, man, they forgot about him. But the Lord is reminding them, like, nigga, you forgot. You know,
you remind the world, man.
Yeah, you don't know who I am. You forgot about how I flooded the world, you know, years ago, man. You know, so hey, we're letting our people know this now, because hey. Just because you see this coronavirus and these different things happening across the world, don't think that America's not going to be touched, man. That's the whole point of us coming out here and proclaiming what we proclaim, because America is not safe from nothing, man. This is the main place of the Lord's inundation besides, you know, the so-called Middle East, man.
Yep. So I continue to pay attention to prophecy, man. You know, Lord willing, the lesson was edifying, man. We just want to bring out a couple of articles that tie into, you know, pretty much prophecy, man. The Lord is laying it right out. So plain that there's no way that you can't, you know, see this, man. You know, but like the scriptures say, blessed is he who have eyes to see, ears to hear, man.
Yep.
You know, but Lord willing, unless we're edifying, we're gonna close it out by saying, Call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Double salutation to all Yakim out there laboring. The house of David. Shalom.
Shalom.